Fine. Want to bet how many days he'll last in the stocks? I can't wait. I want to snatch those fine pants off his corpse. Yes, maybe. He works for the Vice Cannons. Another dark elf sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. It's a good nose. I could use it to make a fine necklace. The stocks are south of that beached hulk called the Blasted Breton. You can't miss it. In a few days, the smell will lead you there. And no taking his pants. Those are mine. Because he's a spy. Why else would he be here? He was blathering about our duty to Shadowfen. He was spying. It's obvious. Never trust a dark elf, especially my mates. They're proven pirates, ain't they?
Stay in good order.
Greetings. Blessings of Arkay upon you. By Arkay's beard! Evil swirls about that urn. It is a cursed object. You were right to bring it here. What of Malleus? That is the worst news I have received in a long time. I will take the urn to a holy place, where its corruption can be cleansed. Did he die at peace? In Arkay's grace? That is some consolation, at least. Malleus will be sorely missed. Thank you, friend, for bringing the urn and news of Malleus's end. In the future, if you know you will face Daedra, return to me. I may be able to help. Malleus Falto was a great man. He is with Arkay now, watching over us. I will remain, for now. The people of Shadowfen will need Arkay in the times to come. I will do what I can to serve them. They are yours, my friend. May he look kindly on you throughout your days.
The temple appears as a nest disturbed. The dark elves swarm around it.
How will I ever get it back? How will I ever get it back? I cannot live without my loot. Yes, that trickster, Arkishan, fooled me into playing her riddle game for a chance at winning some gold. When I failed to answer her riddles correctly and had no coin to give her, She took my loot as payment. Please talk to Arki-shan. I begged her to return my loot so I might earn the coin to pay her, but she refused to give it back. She suggested another game of riddles, but I have nothing left to gamble. She should be just up the road by the hatching pools, waiting for another mark. She's crafty. Don't let her trick you into large bets. I sought a shortcut to buying a home in Stormhold. I thought myself a match for that scaly trickster, but my mind blanked when confronted by her riddles. I should have stuck to musical competitions. It was crafted by my grandfather. Over the years, its sweet sound has brought joy to the hearts of sullen audiences and tears to the most stoic warriors. I've yet to find its equal.
You're very lucky. Rhea risked her life by dragging you out of that poison gas. Most Imperials aren't so partial to members of the Pact, but she's naive. Cleaning up a mess. I bear no responsibility for it, mind you. If Rhea and her diplomat father hadn't created such an uproar about poison-harming backwoods swamp dwellers, I wouldn't be here in the first place. Due to a clerical error, the Empire sent poison downriver in a trash shipment. Certain people feel we are responsible. Sloshing about in the muck is beneath me. But you don't seem to mind. How about it? Solid Imperial coin for cleaning up this mess? Rhea needs the husk of a giant wasp for some sort of container. I'm sure she'll be happy to tell you all about it. Just bring the husk back to our camp so we can get on with this.
Marius cares only for himself. When I was dragging you out of that poison, he did nothing. In fact, he mocked me. That poison wouldn't be here if not for Imperial incompetence. I'm here to make sure it can't harm any more people in this swamp. Imperial cities have thrown their trash into the rivers for years. The water takes it away from them, so what do they care? Well, I'm tired of us treating everywhere else like garbage. That's how this poison found its way to Shadowfen. I shouldn't tell you this, but I don't care about rank. The gas is an experimental weapon deemed too dangerous for use on the battlefield. It was supposed to be locked away in the catacombs of the Imperial City, but that obviously didn't happen. I've created an enchantment that will allow us to capture the gas. However, I need special containers to use the enchantment on. That's where the wasp husk comes in.
Stretch your tail here in peace. What brings you to the hatching pools? I do not return items lost on a bet. Did he tell you he lost at gambling? Perhaps you're a gambler as well. Would you like to win it back? I ask no gold, merely your time and effort. You will play a game of riddles with old Arki-shan. If you answer correctly, I will give you the loot. An intriguing proposal. It has been long since anyone challenged me. Yes, I will hear your riddle. If I cannot answer it, the loot is yours. I have never heard the like. May I have another clue? Is it love? Ah, I am honored you chose to share your riddle with me. Here, you may have the loot. I hope you share your wisdom with Iraninen so that he never again gambles away such a fine instrument.
Just as the mud. Just as the mud is.
Did you get my loot from Arki-shan? By the three, you did it! You saved my life and returned my livelihood. I don't have much, but what little I have is yours. I'll earn it back, and more, when they hear me play in Stormhold. Never again. I sought a shortcut to riches and nearly lost everything. A fool and his looters soon parted, my father used to say. Had I listened to him, I would have avoided this folly. You have my never-ending thanks. If I should meet a singer in my travels, I'll commission a song in your honor. Luck to your house, my friend.
I wrecked the spine of gratitude.
Not there. Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to... Do not surprise Zara again. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? Jiggles, I thought you were one of them. This place crawls with Fenlord's servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes? Zara will make it worth your while. Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once. Alien necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves rose against them, the Fenlords had them executed and revived as undead. Preserved against the ages, they toil even now, protecting the tombs of their long-dead masters. Unknown. Some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left Nirn forever. Others claim they were overwhelmed by Alicia's rebellion. What matters to Zara is finding the Crown of Ascension, obtaining it, and getting out of here alive. A fine goal, no? Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this not a worthy goal? If it is big, leave it, and sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it, and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes. As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cache reserved for this very thing. Do not worry, you will be paid well. As you see, Zara is Zara. Join the guild, but that wasn't for me. Too much sitting and waiting for orders. Bah! Alkosh waits for no one. Why should Zara? Mages, to find things that are hidden. They have the most exquisite libraries in Dune. Row after row of books. It's easy to see how things become lost. Then again, there is a guild for that too. Just as one finds things that are lost, another may lose things that are found. There is profit in both. Neither much tolerates the competition. Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the years. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that. Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale. Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. If you think it best, Zara agrees. Your help is needed to supplement Zara's cleverness. Like ice running down Zara's back. Care is needed. Wrongness surrounds us. Step softly. was worried for a moment, but we've done it. The crown of Ascension is ours. Travel to Alten Koromon to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily, but Zara is her match. Here is compensation for your efforts. Rest assured, you will be remembered when Zara tells the tale.
Best deals this...
Please, I'm doing all I can to ensure your concerns are... If you're here to complain about that Dominion soldier, I've heard everything already. The soldier in question, Captain Hanamo, announced himself and his intentions to undertake the trials of the Burnished Scales. By holy tradition, pilgrims who declare themselves may not be harmed. The Hist alone decides his worthiness through the trials. Those who complete the trials may commune with the Hist. I don't know why this interests the Dominion, but I fear it is no good for Shadowfen. Perhaps you could find out yourself. Take the trials and keep an eye on this enemy of our people. Shimate presides over the Trial of the Mind, the first challenge. He'll administer the trial to any supplicant. All are as one within the Hist. To be as one requires discipline. The trials prove your commitment. They also test your body and mind. We must see if you're capable of surviving the process without dying or going mad.
What? The pain's gone! I feel strong again. Fully healed. Where's my father? I must go to him. Dead? Then the guides told the truth. Thank you for my strength and my life. I'll visit Malak's fury upon our clan. They'll pay the blood price for abandoning my father and me. When I leave this place, I will need all my strength. I thank you for my life. Mazgash, daughter of Gordag, whose blood is Malak's by honor and strength. Through our shared blood, his strength is mine. An assassin attacked my father. I snapped his neck, but he grazed me with a poisoned dagger. My father and I came alone to find a cure after the clan refused to march together. Gordag, chief of the greatest Orkhold in Skyrim. Dead now, but with honor. Now Glurig rules the clan. A coward sitting in my father's seat. I plan to. Code be damned, I am stronger than that coward! I'll see him pay the blood price, or die while cutting his throat. If no one else in the hold will challenge him, I must. Return to my clan's stronghold. Depose Glurig and exact the blood price for my father's death. If they'd marched with him, he'd still be alive. My people would still have a worthy chief. Glurig told them a woman was not worth the effort, no matter her strength. According to my sister, Glurig seized power when we left. She sent word he'd even taken my father's wives for his own. Coward. He dared only with my father gone.
What happened to our pilgrims? Where could they be? The pilgrims were supposed to arrive hours ago. I expected some pilgrims from Forsaken Hamlet today. With the trials at hand, I must stay here. And none of the other route stewards have the time to search the Northeast Road. If you're headed that way, would you look for them?
Why would who would take the relics? Their only value is historic. 3 simple stone pieces, part of our heritage. No jewels, no gold, nothing a Dryskin could value. Theft isn't unknown in Hismir, but it's rare enough I wouldn't know where to start looking for the culprit. Such ardor, you might consider undergoing the trials of the Burnished Scales if you haven't already. I would welcome any help. I stored the relics in this cart. Perhaps one of the pilgrims observed something I did not. I'll remain here to protect what relics are left, to guard these pieces of our heritage. Such a strange thought. Our history, carvings, keystones, and bits of Hismir itself, all of it rough old stone. Every season, we take them to our pilgrimage sites. They have no value to anyone but us.
What about the Dominion soldier? What will you do about him?
If only we had more... Keep your voice down. The Dominion has taken Murkwater. We can't afford to be caught. Murkwater is a simple fishing village, but the Ayleid once called it home. Ancient artifacts and dark secrets hide beneath the swamp. Agents went in to uncover the Dominion's purpose. Batarmij, Nuisha, and Rodathax. They haven't returned. I'm certain of it. If you can find and rescue them, meet us at our rendezvous on the hillside overlooking Murkwater. We need to know what our Shadow Scales learned. The Dominion must expect a powerful prize to send a force this large. Step lightly. The Dominion fills the swamp like rotted weeds. We're Shadow Scales, born under the sign of the Shadow and trained as assassins from birth. We're called upon to sway the balance of power or right wrongs in and around Black Marsh. We officially hold allegiance to no one, but we're Argonians, and if the Dominion steals treasures from our land to establish a seat of power, we must stop them. Though, we're somewhat out of our element here. I spotted Batarmij tied up over there, and I heard Nuisha's voice coming from the cave nearby. As for Rodathax, he must be deeper in the Dominion's camp.
Sithis, it's about time. I can't believe it's taken this long to send someone. You're here to free me, right? Nice to know some of us weren't captured. I'm sure I'll never hear the end of this. Now, if you could untie me, I'll be on my way. Then the plan hasn't changed. Hopefully I'll see you there. At least you made it this far without getting caught.
Are you here to help? In that case, don't just stand there. Release me. I must report to Paleheart before any more soldiers get here. Is the rendezvous the same? Excellent. Then we haven't been discovered yet. I'll see you there.
Friend or foe? Speak up. I may be a prisoner, but I won't be toyed with. Just the words I want to hear. Cut me loose. I've got plans for these low-life dry-skins. I'm sure Paleheart would approve. Good. That's on the hill over there. I could use you in my future plans. See you soon.
Well done. You've made quite a name for yourself among the Shadow Scales. Soon, our services will be required elsewhere. We may need you again in the future. Indeed. The Dominion is searching for an Ayleid artifact, the Relayus Lore Keystone. Radifex believes it's too powerful to fall into their hands. The citizens of Murkwater that weren't killed in the invasion are being forced to excavate for it. Take this whistle. Our first priority is to save Murkwater's people. When you locate them, use the whistle to signal my agents. They'll take care of the rest. The Dominion took particular interest in a local scholar named Haj Tum. She was spotted, accompanied by 2 guards, headed to the eastern Ayleid ruins. I believe Haj Tum can lead us to the Keystone. You can't see the work we do from the shadows. However, this operation would be doomed if it weren't for you. Ask Nuisha to lend you one of her agents. The Keystone is a relic that can tap into the power of Loriasel, an Ayleid ruin here in Shadowfen. If someone obtained all the Keystones, they'd have control over Loriasel, and that would grant them immense power. The Ayleids kept the Keystones separated. One was hidden in Relayus lore, the ruins you see around Murkwater. The Dominion must have learned this, and sent a force to recover it. This is beyond what we usually handle, but the Shadow Scales are up for any task. Where Paleheart goes, I follow. She and I are clutchmates, hatched at the same time, and trained together from our youth. We share an unbreakable bond. Did she know? I suppose I can spare one of my scouts. Tell me what you need. Do you prefer someone good with a bow, or good with a blade? One of my archers will suffice. She'll take good care of you. This is beyond what we usually handle, but the Shadow Scales are up for any task.
What is this?
I'm here to help. Do what I do, and no one will see us.
Lead the way. I hope retribution comes next. Follow me closely. I'll keep you hidden.
Shadow Scales. I guess it's my lucky day.
Going on? Escape with me now, while no one is looking. I couldn't bear to dig much longer. I'm glad you came.
Who's there? I didn't kill your Dominion friends. I warned them, but they didn't listen. I thought no one would come for us. I've searched many years for the Keystone, and had a breakthrough before the Dominion arrived. I tried to mislead them, but they found my notes. It should be in one of the chests we unearthed. Be careful as you open them. An ancient evil guards the keystone. Find the keystone first, and worry about me second. Who knows when Dominion reinforcements will show up?
have new orders from Paleheart. Come speak to me at the excavation site. Don't worry about Haj Tulm. I'll patch her up. Did you find the keystone? Paleheart is eager to proceed. Very good. Paleheart will be pleased. Are you ready to take back the town from those Dominion scum? We've learned that the Dominion brought a large shipment of crystallized fire salts. These salts are highly flammable. We want you to assault their ship, collect the fire salts, and then spread them around the river. If that's not enough, why not kill their leaders? Velalaya and Kassar Dro command the Dominion forces from the ship. Now is our best chance to create confusion among their ranks. The Shadow Scales are going to systematically kill every Dominion soldier we can get our hands on once the river is on fire. We are currently studying their troop movements and getting our agents into position.
Where are you going? I can't leave Mirkwater.
You brought hope to the Grey Mire. There is so little for my people. Thank you.
You've done excellent work. Our agents are in place. All that's left is to set fire to the river. Once the river is ablaze, we'll strike hard from the shadows and take back Murkwater. Are you ready? You should have the honor of lighting the fire after all you've done for us. I've stacked up a pile of wood, light the remaining fire salts, and set everything ablaze. Paleheart requested you return to her. Leave the fighting to us, and we will live up to your previous example. Now light the fire, show them how Shadow Scales return a favor.
Well done. You've made quite a name for yourself among the Shadow Scales. Soon, our services will be required elsewhere. We may need you again in the future. Radithax and I think you should be the one invested with the power of the Releus Lore Keystone. The only way to acquire it is by absorbing the stone. Radithax knows the ritual. Because the Shadow Scales know you're someone we can count on. Someone who sees things through to the end. You deserve to possess its power. Are you ready to begin the ritual? Radithax, if you will.
Of course. May Sithis watch over you, my friend.
Radithax, are you hurt?
I'll be fine. I have the marsh in my veins.
Well done. You've made quite a name for yourself. You'll know when the time comes. By now, my agents should have retaken Murkwater. They'll be celebrating in the village as we speak.
my research under the... Oh, hello there. Didn't see you approach. Are you looking for work? If so, I seem to need a new assistant for my research. I'm investigating the nature of magicka. My current assistant, Drulis, refuses to continue. I am fairly certain I've perfected my amulet, but the coward refuses to play his part. Oh, it's perfectly safe, I assure you. I just need someone to put on the amulet, and then irritate a Wamasu until it emits lightning. Would you convince Drulis to continue our work? Or failing that, perhaps you can take his place. My research is vital to the study of spellcasting. This amulet may enable the safe and efficient harvesting of potent magicka, such as the Wamasu's lightning. It's relatively safe, which makes Drulis's refusal so galling. He tends to get hurt. If he'd just follow my instructions, all would go well. I told him to remove the caught piece last time, and not to touch the copper wire before that. He may be an old family friend, but he's not the swiftest boat in the river.
Keep fighting. We need help. Our village is under attack. The swamp. My friends and I were scavenging, as we always do, when the Horvors and Stranglers went mad. There are dangers in the swamp, yes, but we've been dealing with them since we were hatchlings. Something is wrong. I don't know, but Treeminder Nexith might. He's been in Zalithix as long as I can remember. If anyone knows what's wrong with the swamp, he will. Look for the Treeminder in his hut. He's usually there, consulting with the elders or communing with the Hist. The sooner you talk to the Treeminder, the better. I'm not sure how much longer we can keep these creatures out of the village.
The swamp itself has turned against us. It's the Horvar. They usually feed on small mammals. Clutches have been known to swarm sickly Wamasu, but nothing like this.
They're much larger than normal and more powerful. In days past, if a rot gorge did attack an unwary scavenger, all she'd have to do to break its hold was smack it on the shell with a stick. Now the things cling until you kill them. They're mad.
Yeah!
Maybe so, but you're injured.
We have to get out there, or the village is done for.
I think you should go.
Curse it all.
Help me!
Look out! This is a disaster. Some scavengers are lost in the mire, and I can't spare anyone to go look for them. Any chance you can help me? Zalithix relies on scavenging for its livelihood. Instead of hunting their usual prey, Stranglers now attack the scavengers. I'm a scavenger, not a warrior. Look around us. The Stranglers attack everything that moves, whether it can resist or not. Can you help the few fighters we have left? Be careful of the Horvors. They're the giant tick-like creatures burrowing through the muck. Usually they're a nuisance, but lately the bloodsuckers have been downright dangerous. They're large, overgrown plants. When threatened, their spiny tentacles grab at you and pull you in. Even experienced scavengers can get caught by them if they aren't careful.
a bee.
Visitor? To the prison? How unusual. Another visitor to White Rose Prison? This isn't exactly the main route. The Vice Cannons tracked one of the long-lost keystones to White Rose Prison. If we can recover it, this artifact would be a major boon to our war efforts. Unfortunately, the prisoners don't trust the Vice Cannons, which means they don't trust me. You're welcome to try. We need that keystone. Look for General Ritus, an old Imperial general they left here to rot. He's the prisoners' leader. Hopefully the prisoners will let you in. We need that keystone. Very little. The Imperials built it in the First Era. When they were pushed out of Shadowfen, they abandoned it. I'm not sure why the prisoners remained. Some say they're cursed. He had the reputation of being honorable, at least for an Imperial. I don't know what he did to get left here, but it must have been bad. The Empire abandoned a skilled general. Argonian artifacts of great power. Legend ties them to various ruins throughout Shadowfen. The Vice Cannons can't let them fall into the wrong hands.
Do not add to my problems.
What are you doing here? Turn back while you have the chance. You do, eh? It better be important. You'll find him in one of the ruined buildings north of here. A word of advice. Don't stray into the western side of the prison. Not unless you want to be eaten. For dinner. Some of the prisoners have gone feral. Captivity with no hope of escape will do that to the weak-minded. If you can stop to chat, your business must not be all that important. That topic is off limits for me. General Ritus might tell you about it. I don't know, and I figure I'm better off that way. Think about it.
Doing here? I have enough trouble without outsiders bringing more. The Vice Cannons expect our help? Where were the Vice Cannons when the Imperials left us to rot? We've been trapped here for years. Half the prisoners lost their minds and started eating the rest of us. You think we tried? My Imperial brethren used the power of your precious keystone to bind us to this prison. If we leave, we die. No one bound to the keystone can even touch it. Let's make a deal. Ferals overran one of our camps. The survivors of that attack need patching up, but the medical supplies are still in the camp. If you can recover those supplies, one of my people will tell you where the Keystone is. Very well. Get the medical supplies to Journey. She's holding the tower southwest of the camp against the Ferals. And remember, I'll hold you to our bargain. All of it. The longer we're trapped, the greater the chance we'll turn feral, or be eaten by them. It hasn't been easy. Argonian traders stop by sometimes, and we've been able to forge enough old Imperial supplies to muddle through. I refused to slaughter a village of Argonians. It wasn't a fair fight. They had no soldiers. I don't believe in pointless slaughter. My superiors thought otherwise. Some think it's the Keystone's influence. Using it to trap us must have had some effect. Others think the Feral were weak-minded and broke under the strain of our situation. Who knows?
Been quite some time since I saw a new face. Why are you here? Haha, about time. If the General wants me to hold this tower, he needs to send me medical supplies more often. I bet there's more to this than meets the eye. What did General Rytus promise you in exchange for the supplies? There had to be something. And you agreed? He may not have mentioned the danger. The Keystone is in the prison dungeon. I don't know exactly where. And I should warn you, the dungeon is crawling with cannibals. Sargon might be able to help you. He's in the dungeon, foraging for supplies. Here, let me put this ointment on you. It'll mask your scent from the Ferals, but not for long. Even dead, even in death, I feel trapped here. Part of my soul is tied to this prison. The Imperials brought my family here after they killed my husband. My children, Nuzal and Zarukari, are somewhere in the dungeons. I need them with me before I can pass on. They're dead, too. Somewhere in here. The Imperials took them away from me. Please bury us beneath the tree just outside the cave entrance to the prison. Inter us in the open air, away from this dank place. Find them. Find their ashes. I'll never find peace until we're together once more. My memory fades, thanks Rendar. I remember fear, rage, and pain. And then relief. Families were always separated. Though kept apart, we sometimes managed to meet. When I despaired the most, thoughts of them kept me sane. In the end, they died deep within this place. Alone and afraid. Look in the cells.
By Satakal, you scared me. I've been dodging ferals for hours. I thought they had finally found me. Who are you? Journey is a good woman. May I live long enough to tell her so. If you're looking for the Belial Keystone, does that mean you're going to free us? It's probably in the prison warden's office. It'll be a long walk. The shorter paths up to it crumbled or collapsed long ago. There'll be a lot of ferals to deal with on the way up. I'll come with you if it means our release. Just don't expect me to fight. Friendly advice? If you have to shut an iron gate, keep your fingers away from the bars.
From an old shirt. It always smelled. Mara bless him. I made that bracelet for Nuzal. My poor children and I deserve a better resting place. so far from my children.
Wait! Before you do anything with the keystone! We finally made it. I thought we were done for once or twice. Before you take the keystone, there's something you must know. There's some kind of link between the Baleo keystone and prisoners going feral. If you don't use it to free us, if you just take the keystone away, the results will be disastrous. Over time, all the prisoners bound to the keystone lose their minds. They become feral. Please, don't leave us to that fate. The prison warden had a book about the keystones. They knew, and they still did this to us. There's a book on the prison warden's desk. That may be it. They're coming! General Ritus will want to thank you.
Together, finally, Srendar answered my prayers. I am. This was our favorite place in the prison. We'd meet in secret, dreaming of escape and our life beyond these walls. Once the guards found us and punished me severely. But those fleeting moments of peace were worth every lash.
What do you want? felt it. When you used the keystone to free us, it was like shackles fell from my neck. Yesterday, I thought I'd spend my remaining years trying to keep these people alive. Now I have options, and it's a good feeling. Thank you. You'll want to find the Gerent and let him know about the keystone. What do you want?
Do you have it? Did you find the keystone? You used it to release the prisoners? I hope they were worth it. The keystones may be our only hope for defeating the Dominion. Still, the Vice Canon sent word. I trust your decision will be best for Shadowfen.
Where could it be? Not so loud. You'll betray our position. I'm one of the Vice Canon scouts. I've been watching Dominion activity in Zook for days. Zook has been abandoned for years. The only one who lives there now is a crazy Kuthringi. The Dominion tied him up in the center of the village. They're searching for a magical relic called a keystone. If they find it, they could cause much havoc in Shadowfen. Maybe that Kuthringi could help us find it before the Dominion does. Could you infiltrate Zook and rescue him? Be careful with that Kuthringi. From what I've seen, he seems a bit unstable. That if he's really a Kuthringi, he'd be the last of his kind. Some say they were descended from the Nedic humans. They lived in Black Marsh as far back as records go. The Nahatan flu destroyed their culture. We thought they were all dead. They're relics that tap into Loriacel's power. Anyone who controls all the keystones and Loriacel itself would become nearly unstoppable. Obviously, it would be disastrous if the Dominion got them. Loriacel is an Ayleid ruin. We knew it protected a well of great magical power, but we never knew how to unlock it. Not until the Dominion started poking around for the keystones.
You there! Untie us! We understand you would not recognize royalty when tied to a pillar. Therefore, we request you untie us. Perhaps. But we can think of nothing while our kingdom lies in ruins. We slowly comprehend what a boar must feel while trussed up and awaiting a feast. Follow us! Our castle is nearby. You've proven yourself worthy of becoming one of our subjects. What is your name? Then we conscript you into our service. We are King Drillick, your liege lord. We will entertain your petitions, should you have any. When our kingdom is secure and our dignity restored, the keystone will reveal itself. So says the prophecy. The first order of business is to create a new crown. We sense your reluctance, but nothing can be done without our crown. A canny one. We dare not question your honor when it fills you to the brim. It's true, we need no crown to be king, but how can we rule with our subjects in perilous danger? The invaders bind our subjects with foul magics. They hold Laram, Dethril, and Sarasay in our lowlands. When mages bind the helpless, they keep a scroll of release at hand. Find one of these scrolls and free our bound subjects. A good king listens to his people. We hear their pleas day and night. Even now they speak to us. We find it curious you cannot also hear their cries. The magic wielders spend their time conjuring spells and digging in the mud. As if binding our citizens wasn't enough, they also defile our land. Why, they're our people. Even if they weren't, we wouldn't suffer anyone to be treated that way. Not in our kingdom.
Asking the same questions over and over. To know about the keystone. I told them nothing.
Divines, bless you.
We no longer hear the wailing of our people. Have you freed them? Spirits? Nonsense! Come, we'll show you. Our subjects await a royal declaration at the castle tower. It's not every day you'll have the honor of escorting a king through his dominion. And you shall have it according to prophecy. The king in his tower declaims the keystone's hour. Have no fear. Your king shall be the vessel of your deliverance. As certain as we can be when it comes to prophecy, but we will do all in our power to ensure it comes to pass. We have returned! Rejoice! Your king reclaims his kingdom! Long have invaders occupied our lands, but do not be afraid, for our royal army has a new captain. Come now, address the people, Captain. Why are you speaking to us? Address our citizens, Captain of the Royal Army. You don't wish to become Captain of the Royal Army? We apologize, but the only other position is Royal Consort. Though we seek to cause no offense, you simply don't intrigue us in that fashion.
What's happening?
Drillick, remember your duty.
The keystone. Forgive me. The Dominion's torture ripped my thoughts away from myself. I tried to tell you before, but it was like speaking with a mind full of sap. The keystone is sealed in the Temple of Sul. I'll do all I can to help you retrieve it. While my people still lived, we sealed the temple with a magic ward to keep angry spirits and undead from following us out. Say Betrix to the temple door to unseal it. It means open in my language. Oh, I used to speak so many languages, but I've forgotten most of them. There's much I can't remember. Go, I'll be fine. I just need some time to rest. This door is sealed. To open, the key is your tongue.
older ruins are surprisingly complex. Lizards never built these.
We found no evidence of a prior civilization.
At least the lizards are resilient. They'll serve us nicely.
My new slaves.
Their skin will give your flesh sculptures great color and texture.
Indeed. My masterpiece will rival the Wailing Wheels of Vindicel.
Slave. You are mere animals.
Alessia has shown us the way, elf. We are slaves no longer.
Another looter come to steal Ayleid treasures?
Be gone from this temple. There is nothing for you here. The keystone was stolen, absorbed by a Kathringi named Drillig. The Nahatan flu killed the rest, but somehow he was immune. Did he send you here? The Kathringi sent you to steal more Ayleid treasures. If only the flu had worked. Do not take me for a fool thief. You shall not leave this tomb alive.
This temple is sacred. You shall pay for your insolence.
Destroy! Pay for your choices with your life. The keystone belongs to the alien. Drillig must return.
back. But without the keystone, what happened? Absorbed? I don't know. I entered the temple and saw the keystone, and then nothing. Now that you've said it, I feel something. That must have been what kept me alive when the rest of my village died. Kothringi. Yes, I remember now. I am a Kothringi. A plague swept across the village. Sickness, death, corpses piled everywhere. Is that why I entered the temple? To find the keystone? No, I'm the last of the Kothringi. I should rejoin my people. There's a ritual to pass the keystone on to you, although it would mean my death. Let me give you the keystone. At least my survival will have meaning. I am prepared for this. My village and my family all died without purpose. I've lived long enough alone. I'm ready to join them. There is nothing left for me here except for these statues. Statues I built to remember my people, so I could have someone to talk to. Yes, that's why I built them. Someone to talk to. Have you seen the king? I seem to have lost him somewhere. Wait, am I the king? Oh, that can't be right. Yeah!
You've been gone for some time. How'd it go? Hey, I wouldn't want the death of the last Kothringi on my conscience. As far as I'm concerned, the keystone was lost to the swamps. What?
Gods, why did I ever set foot in this stinking pit? Was it duty or stupidity? Come to mock me like the rest, have you? Well, fear not. I have no dignity left. For the crime of believing pirates cared about the welfare of the Pact. Rumors say the Dominion is smuggling in supplies through this miserable landing. My questions were not welcome. Their so-called leader seized me and put me out here to rot. Or maybe you could join me here, no? If you insist, you'll have to get her attention. A few well-placed punches should get you an audience. You might try going to the beached ship and knocking heads with one of the drunken rowdies there. Be quiet, unless you want to join me. These pirates are smuggling supplies and weapons to the Dominion troops in Shadowfen. If we don't shut down their operation, the Dominion skirmishers will turn into a full-blown battlefront. Greed. I foolishly thought that since most of the pirates are Argonians, they'd hate the Dominion. But coin and old hatred speak louder than words in this town, as you can guess. Little more than animals they are.
Do I look like I want to be bothered? One Eye don't take social visits with nobodies like you. Get lost before I make you disappear. I can see you mean business. I can see you mean business. I won't press my luck. I surrender. She's on the upper deck in the captain's quarters. The guards won't give you trouble if you don't make any. Hope your business is worth the pain you're headed for.
I've got my eye on you, stranger.
You haven't introduced yourself, outsider. I don't care if you're brave or foolish. Don't waste my valuable time. State your purpose. Why should you stand before One Eye? The sniveling dark elf? He needed the fresh air. His words were addled, telling everyone how I should run my town. As for his concerns, the Dominion deals with the Khajiit, not us. And for the moment, she is protected. A pretender, that's all. She skulks in the shadows, afraid to challenge me, but she pays her spies well. I'd like to see that mangy cat as a new rug on my deck. I want her pay chest in my hold. That would solve your problem, would it not? Senil insults me with his fancy words and sense of superiority. Still, I could look the other way. What's this Khajiit getting out of her deals with the Dominion? Find out where and what. Then we will talk more about Senil's freedom. Everyone knows I'll pay well to know this Khajiit's plans. Plenty of bites, but no meat. Right now, there's another wharf rat waiting outside. See what that squealer has to say. If it sounds useful, give him this reward. Mind you don't go running off with this.
Spare a coin?
I speak to One Eye, and only her. You have it, Dariel? Yes, I smell it on your fingers. Fresh and sweet, nice like rain. You didn't open it, did you? Maybe take some for yourself? Please, I need it. Can I have it? I know things. Oh, it's words you want. Yes, the Khajiit. She has a name, Sanji. There's a meeting, one of her kits and a foreigner. Soon, very soon. They meet in the warehouse south of here. You get there first, spy on them. Good, yes? Now give me Dariel. Yes, this is just what I need. Now leave me with my prize. Many days of pleasure ahead. I've given you what you need. Leave me with my...
Got the coin? The boss don't buy promises.
It arrived on our ship. You'll all be very rich very soon.
Then we've got your supplies. Weapons, food and drink, medicine, and protection.
I've lost everything.
And what do you bring me? It better be something of worth. I don't pay layabouts for rotten fruit. That's bad for my reputation, but it's worse for the layabouts. I'm sure you understand. Pfah. Of course you'd sell them weapons. But protection? That's my business. Nobody but me offers protection here. Seems like your dark elf friend was correct. Some of the lads are aiding the Dominion, and they're doing it without my say-so. He can stay there a while longer. That would make it easier for you to work on my side, wouldn't it? And after you help me rid my town of this Khajiiti upstart, we'll both have what we want. So now we understand each other. My problems are your problems. The crews in this town are loyal to one thing: gold. This Khajiit has been buying a little too much loyalty. She might even think she could threaten my power. Me? I won't do anything. However, someone else could deliver a good lesson. The docks crawl with foreign merchants, tempting the local crews with their sweet high elf gold. A little bloodshed will send them a message. Pfah. They're no good to me injured, but the Dominion lackeys are another matter. Put the fear of One Eye and her crew into them. That should loosen some tongues. Then find out where our Khajiit is hiding.
You heard the bald lady? She's the new boss in town. Or she will be. Ha! You think that comes for free? By your looks, you couldn't pay me enough to tell you what color her tail fur is. Eat out of my territory. You waste my time. You're that sure? Well, that sounds like a pirate's deal. You do all the work, I take half the money. There's a trapdoor in a small warehouse on the shore. That'll get you to her.
What do you want? Only them on the lady's business is allowed here. Well, now she's a popular one. Word's out that she's got money, huh? What makes you think you'll take a piece of the cut? Good point. I prize my pelt. You'll need this key to get into her hideout. Now you've got nothing to complain about, right?
Unless you got an invite from the lady, leave the dock. Ha, sure. This one will tell you all about the secret hideout. And then, this will invite One Eye to tea. Stupid sheepskin. Get out of this one's whiskers before he close your muzzle off. Ah, how very persuasive. No need for such threats, friend, yes? The lady has her nest in underground. An abandoned mine, I believe. Good luck. Or not, finding it.
Here all along, was it? By Sithis, it was right under my feet. It's about time someone paid that Khajiit a visit.
Miss Khajiit is not here to challenge. You have won your right to lead. All here will follow you if you spare them. You have come to challenge for leadership, yes? That is why Sanji is dead and you are not. You will be the new gang boss if you, decide not to kill us. Let me show you our usefulness. You desire the riches offered by the Dominion, yes? We do not have it, not yet. Sanji hasn't met with the High Elf to get our cut, but if you could take it like you took the life of Sanji, let us talk above ground, where it's safer. The others may not see you as their leader yet.